Good time gaming.
What is up, guys? Saxon Good Time Gaming. Today I'm going to bring you guys my review of the Gage Spec Ops Pack for Payday 2. If you guys have seen my other videos covering this pack, including the weapon review for the Arbiter, as well as the 2 videos I did for finding the weapons cases for the Arbiter, which we will get to a little bit later, then you probably have an idea of what I'm going to say about this pack. In general, I feel like this is one of those packs that if you have the money laying around, go ahead and go for it. But if you have to like beg your parents or you don't really have a whole lot of money, I would wait for a sale. The holiday sale is just around the corner. I'm sure this one's probably going to be on sale at least a little bit. Just like the John Wick pack is currently on sale, about I think 25% off right now. So, short version, wait for a sale. But we'll get into it. We'll go through, we'll look at all the different weapon mods. We will look at the weapon itself, the masks, and the patterns. So let's get right into it, guys. Released on November 24th for $5 here in the US, the Gage Spec Ops Pack adds some new mods, a new grenade launcher called the Arbiter grenade launcher, some new masks, patterns, a few achievements, and you know, that kind of stuff that we always get with each and every weapon pack. First things first, we start by looking at the weapon mods. So there are a host of new weapon mods for weapons that don't really see a whole lot of use for the most part. Let's start by looking at the Spartan stock here. This is for the Compact 5. This will give you 4 stability. The Compact 5 has also received a new foregrip called the Enlightened Foregrip, which gives you 4 accuracy and stability at a cost of 2 concealment. We also have the Box Buddy, which is another sight for sniper rifles. This gives you 4 stability and costs you 3 concealment. There's now a 45-degree red dot sight for sniper rifles and assault rifles. This is actually a gadget. So in order to use this one, you're actually going to toggle it just like you would a gadget. You guys can kind of see the sight flipping back and forth here between my standard sight and then the 45-degree red dot. I don't really find the red dot to be that helpful. I mean, I guess like if you're using, say, a sniper rifle with like the Thea or like some really high magnification scope and you're using it like in a really confined map, which I'm not sure why you would do that. But if you're just basically using a sight that already like costs you a lot of your field of view and just being able to like kind of know what's around you, then I can see where this one might be a little bit helpful. Personally, I don't really see a whole lot of need for a lot of those sights because I mean they don't really help at all, you know. So yeah, I would probably skip this one. It's kind of a little bit weird, I think, but it is out there if you guys want it. It gives you 4 stability as well. There's a new magazine for the Crosskill called the Magazine with a Meritude. This one gives you 12 more shots in your magazine, gives you 8 stability, and costs you 2 concealment. Keep in mind this one is available for the Akimbo and the regular version of this as well. And if you actually look, it's basically the same as a mod that we already have in the game, which is kind of stupid, you know. The Interceptor 45 has also gained a new magazine attachment called I Want More Magazine, exclamation mark. You get magazine size of 12 added, 8 stability, and you lose 2 concealment. If you guys look, there's already a magazine in the game that does this exact thing. I'm not sure why they wanted to give us another one, but they did, so here it is. Next up, we have the Reconnaissance Sight, which will give you 4 stability at a cost of 3 concealment. For those of you guys that are wondering out there, this is basically like the Thea scope, except it doesn't automatically highlight targets for you. So if you notice, it kind of has like the little range thing up there, which will show you how far away someone is. Not really that helpful. The only situation I can kind of see this being helpful is if you're using high value target and you want to check and see if someone is far enough away to where you're going to get the full damage bonus, which is just kind of ridiculous because I mean it wouldn't really matter if someone's like, you know, within the range for high value target or not. I mean, you should still be shooting at them regardless of whether or not they're close or far or what have you. It just seems kind of silly to me. The JP36 has received a new foregrip called the Long Foregrip, which will give you 8 accuracy, 4 stability, and cost you 3 concealment. So a few mods for the JP36, that gun that you totally forgot existed. Another new mod for the JP36 called the Original Sight, which will give you 4 stability. And last but not least, we have a few new shotgun mods. The ISMA has received a new mod called the Hollow Handle, which will give you 4 concealment, and the Short Barrel, which will take away 4 accuracy and 4 stability, but give you 4 concealment. Unfortunately for the ISMA, it still is not as good as the Raven. It's still not as concealable. The damage is not even comparable. There's really no reason why you would use the ISMA over anything else in the game currently. Then last but not least, we have an interesting new shotgun attachment here. This is Donald's Horizontal Leveler, which will give you 2 damage and 8 stability at a cost of 2 concealment. This one basically makes your shotgun blasts fire horizontally, so you can like sweep people like multiple headshots across the board. The spread is fairly close together, so that's kind of why I don't like it. I want it to be able to kind of spread out a little bit more. than what it does currently. Also, if you go with this mod, you are not going to be able to use Silent Killer, because this is going to take the place of that barrel extension, so keep that in mind. So none of those mods there are really that amazing. They kind of buff weapons that have been in the game for a while that aren't really that great, or kind of needed something anyways. But there is one highlight in all of these weapon mods, and this is this new magazine called the Speed Pull Mag. It's available for a lot of different assault rifles and SMGs, including the Akimbo Heathers and Akimbo Krinkovs. What makes this one really nice is that it basically cuts the reload time in half on any of those guns that you put this in. So for example, if you slap that thing into your UAR, that thing's going to reload fast. So take whatever time you had before and cut that bad boy in half. There's also been a reload speed stat added to the player inventory, so you guys can kind of see the difference it has on each of your guns. This one is really honestly the only mod in this entire little pack here that's really good. Unfortunately, I'm not really a big fan of SMGs and assault rifles right now. I don't really find them to be that helpful on one down. Some people like them though. There is like, you know, using body expertise and crit and that kind of stuff, but I guess I've been out of it for so long that I just don't like aiming. And that sounds really weird to say that, but it's like, oh, you have to like aim it and like, you know, pew 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 and like make sure that you get headshots. And it's just like, oh, I just want to like pull the trigger and like blow some dude away with a shotgun. It reminds me of that bit from Bill Burr where he's like at the he's a comedian, if you guys don't know who Bill Burr is, but he's at like this gun store.
I'm like, what does that mean? He goes, well, it means you ain't got to be that accurate. It's got a good spread. Further away you are, the more shit you hit. It's got a good spread. In fact, you got a problem over here, you ain't even got to look. You just turn, wow, that's it. You ain't got a problem over here anymore. Anything that was even remotely a problem ain't there anymore. Trust me. And then these people here, they saw what you just did here. You ain't got a problem here either. Feel me? 90 degrees taken care of right there. One shot. These people get smart, flip it over. Wow, that's it. It's got a good spread.
There's also a new grenade launcher called the Arbiter grenade launcher. Now I posted a more in-depth review of this in a separate video, so I'm just going to kind of give you guys the highlights. The Arbiter is a good gun. You have 5 shots in your magazine, 15 total ammo, does 700 damage, and it's very, very accurate, very stable. You can boost it for a little bit more concealment to where it gets about 20 or so, 21 with the stat boost. Not as good as the China Puff, so if you're looking for something more concealable than China Puff, you're not going to find that with this grenade launcher. However, it does have a really nice rate of fire. Basically, wherever you point the gun at, it's going to shoot, it's going to go there the grenade is, which makes it really nice. You don't have to guess where it's going to land at, or kind of like, you know, tilt your shots up a little bit to make sure it travels far enough. Point the gun at something, pull the trigger, the grenade's going to go there. It's unlocked in kind of an interesting way. There are 4 side jobs you have to do, which take place on Firestarter, Rats, Big Oil, and Framing Frame, and you have to find 2 keys and a weapons chest on each of those maps. And by doing all those side jobs, you actually unlock the gun. So the gun is locked until you do those 4 side jobs. They can be done at any difficulty. They're not very difficult to do. I've posted a little bit of a mini guide, if you would say, into where to find some of those keys and how to kind of look for them. I think it's kind of a cool way of doing things. I like it better than the way they've done it in the past, where like you have to do the achievements. I think the achievements thing is kind of like, it's okay, you know, it's not the greatest, not the worst, just kind of like whatever. So I'm not really opposed to it. I can see where people are kind of upset that they just want to buy it and have it, but I do like the fact there's a little bit of fun, a little bit of extra something to do. New way to kind of play the game, you know, go find these keys and then, you know, unlock it that way. There are 4 new masks. This one is called Batshit Crazy. This one is called AWOL. This one is the Bloody Bandana. Dark Legion. Probably my favorite one from this pack. Just a very cool mask. It's one of those kind of masks that is very moddable because it's very minimal as far as what's actually on the mask to start with. So I mean, you can put faces on this thing, you can put patterns all over it. I like masks like this because you can do a lot with them. So really liking the Dark Legion a lot. The other 3 are kind of like, you know, whatever. The Batshit Crazy one reminds me of a pack that we got with the Jimmy update. The like cloaker looking one. The AWOL mask is kind of okay, you know, it's whatever. It has a beard, so that's kind of cool. And the Bloody Bandana is just, whatever. So that, guys, we've come to the end of the review here. If you guys didn't really catch on, I would say wait on this one. There's really no reason to run out and get it right now. The only really big positives in this pack, I would say, would be the grenade launcher and the speed pull magazine. The grenade launcher, if you have the China Puff, you're not really missing out on anything by not having this one. If you don't use SMGs or assault rifles, don't really care for them in the first place, then you're not really missing anything with the speed pull mag. The masks are just kind of like, they're okay. You know, there's no new throwable, there's not any new melee weapons, which are probably going to be worthless anyways. I mean, let's be honest, most of the melee weapons are basically worthless. But there's nothing really here that just screams, go out and buy this right now. And maybe that's a good thing, you know, maybe it's good that there's not anything in here that is just like really unbalancing and just really that good that people are going to be missing out on it. So maybe that's a good thing, I don't know. I'd like to see a little more bang for my buck, a little bit of something in there that might, you know, really drive home like, hey, this is a good buy, you know. But that's not really in this pack. Wait for a sale, probably get it for like $1.25, or if you want to wait till closer to Christmas, I guarantee it's probably going to be on sale, 25% off. Bet you it is. Because John Wick is on sale right now, and that was like a month ago that came out. So give it a little bit of time, the price will come down, maybe pick it up then. But for now, save your money, wait on it, guys. If you picked up this pack, let me know what you thought of it in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. This is Zach from Good Time Gaming. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share if you like anything you saw today. And remember to always have a good time gaming.